We were thinking of having tanks, but what if we had mecha instead of
Oh yeah,
tanks?
I'm
And
a
what if
Mecha
the
fan.
pilots of the mecha were dogs? If we had to like make a concession to the dog lobby,
Yeah, the,
to Big
there
Dog,
there is a strong.
to
Oh
Big
man,
Canine,
you remember Big Dog? Big
the
Dog,
brand.
1990s. I don't know. Oh man. I mean, honestly, and just scrolling through these, they honestly just get worse.
Editor time. What's coming out? What's coming out? Is it Sunday? Did you say? Monday. Okay. I feel like I've been upgrading iOS almost continuously. They've been really rolling out those updates. Are they trying to be a little bit more conservative? Is that their new strategy? Because their last, like, I felt like in the last few years it's been pretty rough, right? They've like, you've like wanted to wait for the point one of every release, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do you have it? Do you have it on good authority that there's new MacBooks coming out? Yeah, I feel like these things that like leak pretty consistently now, right? Yeah, more cores. And the instruction that optimizes the message Objective C message send, which is incredible. Or I don't know if it's an instruction or it's like some kind of it's like a branch prediction. It predicts that it's not null or something like that. Yeah, yeah. It's like every single function call too, right? Yeah. What's the JavaScript one? So if your JavaScript engine is smart enough about the hardware, it will generate that code. x86 must have something like this, right? These people are like the biggest dweebs ever. Um, yeah, right. Yeah. Mm. Yep. Yeah. Maybe they should just make a CPU that executes raw WebAssembly bytecode, and the circle will be complete. Mm-hmm. I was just reading an article from Lynn Clark, who up until very recently was like the head MDN blogger person. Oh, no way. She's great. Nice. I had a suspicion that you knew her, just because she seems like someone that you would know. But she was writing an article recently about how you optimize running JavaScript on WebAssembly. So what that means is that your WebAssembly runtime is not running in the browser, because otherwise you would just use the JavaScript engine that's directly on the browser. I think the article was like calling like making JS fast in WebAssembly or something like that. It wasn't this article, I don't think. In WASM or something like that. Yeah. Yes, this one. Yeah, I don't think she works for Mozilla anymore, which may be good. The new Firefox looks really good, though. I have the new version. They redesigned it. I guess so. You know better than me, apparently. It just looks a little bit more chromy. Yeah, it's nice. Oh, no. Yeah. Yeah. So this article, it took me a while to realize that they were actually talking about like running the JavaScript runtime itself inside WebAssembly. Oh yes. And it's pretty cool. So apparently, yeah, what happens with WebAssembly is that WebAssembly, I think it's a little bit like M1. Is like WebAssembly has a memory protection mode where you like code can either be sorry, I'm just disabling. I'm just going to do not disturb because I'm getting text messages right now. I don't think it's going on stream though. Yeah, give me 1 second. My neighbor is asking for something. Suzanne is asking for a box cutter. I've got one, but it's in the closet. Can you text her?
Yeah.
So JavaScript is all about JIT, right? And the Yeah, so the problem with WebAssembly is that WebAssembly's memory model is that memory can either be writable or executable. It can't be both at the same time. So you can't actually... If you JIT into WebAssembly memory, you can't execute that code. And if you can execute code, it can't be JITted. So what they do is they like bundle your program. They like take the JavaScript engine, they run the JIT, and then they snapshot that whole thing, so the intermediate state of the entire JavaScript engine as it's like pre-JITted your stuff, and then they load that into WebAssembly as your initial execution image, right? Yeah. Yeah. And not being able to JIT is a good thing, right? It prevents the buffer overflows and that sort of attacks and that kind of thing. But yeah, they must have the same type of thing going on. Oh yeah. That's where because I remember seeing something similar about that. Because I guess the same is true of M1 then. you can change it, right? You can say it's writable now, and then I'm going to switch it over to the executable, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, same with Linux as well. I think it goes down to hardware, actually. I think. I think you have to have hardware to enforce it. Maybe no. Well, yeah. Well, it's not like the kernel is intercepting every move instruction, right? Like, but the CPU actually the memory controller actually has to enforce it. Like, right? Yeah. Yeah. The isolate is basically like, it's V8 or it's Spider Monkey or whatever. That's like doing the JIT. It's crazy. Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's useless. Like, well, I've never played with Cloudflare workers, but Cloudflare workers is basically they just deployed a bunch of WASM runtimes, not browsers, like WASM runtimes to all of their edge computers. And if you want to deploy JavaScript into that, you need to deploy it with an engine, right? It is pretty dope, yeah. Yeah, so I think basically what we're looking at here is like now WASM is it's like the new JVM, but it's going to be more successful, I think, in achieving like general adoption. Well, that's a big claim because Java is very successful, but it's also kind of like niche and terrible at the same time, right? Yeah. Well, it's funny because there's a lot of unsexy software that we use every day, at least for our jobs, that's written in Java, right? Like all of the Elastic searches, all of the entire like Apache ecosystem is pretty much all in Java except for Apache itself, ironically. Um, I think Kafka is written in Java. Like, there's just so much stuff. Right? Every time you have to get one, it's kind of a bummer. Not least of which because you have to register, right? Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Uh yeah, so the camera's moving around, right? And I remember we put in like a bunch of hacks to get it to work. Is that correct? Yeah. It's funny that we have to move two things at the same time. It's because the camera works by having a position and a thing that it's pointing at. Um, we have a camera controller. Um, I, my sense is that the camera controller is like is not the culprit here. The culprit is that the representation of the camera in the editor is the wrong one. Like probably, and we don't have to fix it now, but probably what you'd want is a camera that has a position and you just give it a quaternion, right? You give it a rotation. And then it can just move around and continue pointing in that rotation. Unless we actually want it to be able to focus on things. And in which case, this is the right abstraction. But right now we have to basically move 2 points. Right. Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I agree. The player input system in the game reads the mouse position, and then it uses the camera to project the mouse position into world space. So it knows the XY coordinate in world space that we're pointing at, which is, I think, pretty close to what we want for the editor. Yeah. Yeah. And we're unlikely to send it as a client message in our case, but I'm not sure. Yeah. What we'll probably send as a client message is like, this world space position was clicked, or something like that. Or even higher level than that, we put a grass tile on this world space position, something like that. The choice between those two levels of abstraction is interesting. With the editor, you don't care about people cheating as much. You don't, yeah. I think that's the thing, is you can allow the game to just say, this act happened. But then you still have to do, well, I guess the question, it's not just cheating, but how do you do conflict resolution? Is it easy to resolve conflicts? Like what if I click something and you click something and they're kind of contradictory things? Is it easy to resolve that on the plane of like, Jeff clicked this world space position, or is it easy to resolve that in the plane of Jeff added a grass tile to this world space position, right? Yep. Or we would generate messages based on the click, and then a system would handle the click. Oh, you want to render that? Yeah, totally. It's not the worst thing. With the state DB is synchronized though, so it means that we will be simulating the other person's cursor on the other. Maybe that's good. Do you want to see the other person's cursor? Yeah, but let me ask you this: do you want to see it? Okay, so let's make it a client message then. Yeah. 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 And that'll be some complex object, right? Something like that. Yeah. It's a good question. It doesn't really work. Yeah, right now we do straight JSON stringify and parse. So the parse will kill it. Well, the stringify kills it, which sucks. Darn it. Did we? It is a mystery. Okay, so we do that. Can we try and figure out how it's doing that? Um, like when we do send client message, what does that look like? Does it just stringify? Oh my god. It's so I think we lucked out in the sense that everything that we use the vec2 in works fine at runtime because all it does is do ultimately everything boils down to array access, right? And that'll work fine for the thing that gets spat out, I think. Because the result of stringifying a vec2 is the object with key 0. It might even be. Is it the string key 0? I don't even know. Well, we could try it in the we could. You don't get an array because it's a class. I think what happens is it's like imagine making an object that has a key called 0 and a key called 1. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. I don't think it's saved. That's not. This is a parse error. I don't think that was the issue. Yeah. Wait, and then if you take an object that has that structure and you do an array index operation with the number 0, does that work? You can just do it in like a node console. It'll, or you can even do it. Yeah. Seasoned curlies. Yeah. Yep. Okay, so this is gonna work. This is gonna work. Okay, so this is how it works. So you can stringify vec2s. Yeah, you can do everything except pass it into WebGL, which definitely expects float32s. Yeah. It's doing that for objects in particular. You know how Ruby hashes, they have that horrible thing where string keys and symbol keys are not the same thing. But Rails implements that like hash with indifferent access class. Do you know what I'm talking about? So so in JavaScript, you can think of an object as a record with indifferent access between strings and integers. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, because I think 3 zeros is equal to the number 0. And so it's, yeah. Oh, because you would have thought it would do parse int on that string and then. I think it's the other direction though. I think what's happening is it's doing a two string of 000, which is just 0, right? Yeah. It's not, doesn't make me feel good, but it's consistent. Yeah. Brilliant. I'm glad that you didn't let go of the mystery though. I'm kind of eager to try out a different programming language, even if it's still in the browser, because I notice us starting to stress out more and more about like vectors like this. Do you know what I mean? Um, like when we did pathfinding, we were just like splaying like data. We were just kind of like laying it down. Even if it was like 10 ints in a row, we weren't wrapping in a data structure. We were just passing them into functions like that because we were worried about allocations. Yeah. Dean is asking where the dog is. And we're doing well, the dog is still there. He's still kicking. But we're working on the level editor now. Did we crash? Oh, yeah. There he is. Yes, drooling all over the game. Yeah. Yeah, we've got that zoom frame rate right now. Alas, is it the speed of is it? I'm gonna open up activity monitor here and see. It it the activity monitor is actually not dragging over to my other display now. It's in the full, it's in like the cursed full screen space, which doesn't actually exist anywhere. Yeah. Um, Dean wants Katamari, but with dogs, or with dog slobber, actually. Yeah. How do I know the temperature on this computer? Does Activity Monitor not tell me? I gotta install the thing. I actually uninstalled it because I just wasn't really using it, and now look at me, a fool. Yeah. Oh no. Oh, you know what? I had you muted on this side. The For this entire time because like the I saw the bar moving and I was like it's fine, but that bus was muted in OBS and I just didn't see it. Uh everything's fine tonight. There's a whole hour of me with no audio. Maybe we should I think you should be going through now. But maybe it might be on the wiser side for us to actually do just a quick sound check. Um yeah. I don't know, man. Dom, why don't you say something? Oh yeah, it's totally not. I think it's just my audio hijack now. So maybe what I thought was a solved problem has changed dramatically. Is it because I restarted Zoom? It might have been because I restarted Zoom. I don't know. What a challenging predicament that we find ourselves in. It's really just all me. I'm just having issues. I don't know. Do you cackle? Gosh. Okay, let me try something here. How do I delete stuff in Audio Hijack? I'm hitting the delete key. Oh, delete this block. Good God. Oh. Well, I'm doing some mad science here, so it very well could be that the whole stream is okay. I guess it's only fair. Okay, so I have a thing in Audio Hijack that is capturing the Zoom audio output. And can you hear me, Dom? Oh, see, I can't hear you anymore. And now I can hear you, but now I hear me. And now I don't hear me. I can hear you. Okay, so I'm gonna try to figure out that problem next. Gosh, this auto rubber banding interface in Audio Hijack is like the worst thing. in the world. Okay, let me try one more thing. Audio output capture.
Global. Oh, good. Twitch has a rainbow heart emoji.
Okay, so you should be
just
on
in time.
stream now. Dean,
yeah?
you can confirm for us, right? You can hear Dom now.
If I don't say anything, no one will ever know.
Then no one will know.
Why is there an Illuminati emoji of all things? So many questions.
Why not? I would say the Twitch audience is probably fairly friendly to conspiracy theory of all kinds.
Yeah,
right?
Illuminati friendly.
Yeah. Dean, can you hear Dom now? I feel like
yes,
just based on the graphics, yes. Okay, so I was finally able. There's nothing about this situation
Hi, Dean.
that we should attempt to replicate. My whole like audio routing system right now is insane.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I do have compression on my voice though, so that's a plus.
Yeah. If I just type salt, no, what is salt? PJ Salt.
What's PJ Salt?
I don't know. It prints a salt into the chat. I'm salty.
Oh.
I mean, I'm not actually salty,
but
but chat. Ooh, they won't let me spam.
Oh, that's a funny feature.
Huh. Well.
No, I think we should do this for the rest of the stream. It's fun.
Yeah, it's good. Oh, you can click on the emotes to get more info. Wow, this is just a really low-res picture of a cat. Bop.
So how many? Who's adding these emojis? And for
Twitch, these are Twitch. I mean,
those are the built-ins.
I didn't add them. Yeah, these are what I have unlocked, and then these are the globals, which is just everything.
Yeah.
Dean says, "Well, I can hear you, but your video stream is absolute trash." Okay.
I think actually you look good, but the frame rate of the game doesn't look good.
Hmm. I mean, I'm watching us on Twitch, and our faces are pretty stuck.
I wonder if in that case it is my computer.
It's frozen on one frame. Yeah.
So maybe what I can do is I can go and grab an ice pack and see what happens. Should we repeat the experiment?
Let's do it. Get that ice pack. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Dean says a bug landed on his desk. Okay. Dean, last week I streamed and my computer got too hot, so I just got some ice to cool it down midstream, and it actually solved the problem completely. We've discovered that the M1 is not needs a cooling system, or rather, maybe we should have bought the laptops that had fans. Okay. 1 frame per day ain't bad. You'll have a whole game by the end of the week. No, you won't. You'll have 7 frames.
See, I've got these cute little ice packs that look like penguins.
Oh, I like it. I like it a lot.
So I'm gonna set the ice packs down and then a towel over them. Is that what you did?
That's what I did. Yeah.
So you were cooling the bottom and not the top. Is that correct?
I cooled the bottom. The bottom needed to chill.
Like double layer towel is too much. Single.
Yeah,
layer.
you want it to cool. Don't over stress.
The moisture.
How's it gonna get in there?
What could go wrong?
New computer on Monday. Whatever.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe we need fans.
Yeah. I mean, I think if we want to stream from our computers, we need fans. As we've just learned.
Okay. So I've put the ice on the computer. Like I've done all these like physical things. I have monkey with the audio routing. I think I think the lesson here is I should just stream from Windows.
That's kind of the lesson I took away for myself too. I was like,
Okay.
I'm gonna do this for my Windows computer next time.
Yeah, we are. Dean, you're right. We're learning a lot today. Exactly what it is, I'm not really sure. But
Well,
we're
I want
learning
to
a lot.
point out that on Monday when I streamed from my Windows computer, Windows restarted in the middle to install an update
That-
for 20 minutes, which was
That is-
bullshit.
that is true. We're kind of surrounded by other people's incompetence on the one hand,
So let me
and then
let
on
me,
the other hand, our own.
let me just point out
incompetence.
Mercury retrograde started like what, a day ago.
What does that mean?
Oh, this is when you blame the stars for bad things. Yeah, May 29th until June 22nd.
Oh, nothing's
it.
my fault.
You get a free pass on everything. Yeah,
Yeah,
for
this
the
isn't
next
my
couple
fault.
weeks. Exactly. Yeah, so like everything going wrong, this sucker.
Dean, are we still stuck on one frame? Is it the frame from like 10 minutes ago?
I mean, I'm watching our one frame too. It's not many frames.
It's not many frames.
No,
Has-
but it's you know what? It's getting a little better.
Is it getting a little better? Is it the ice?
Jeff, it's the ice. I hate this so much.
Yeah.
Oh no. It's the ice.
It's the ice.
It's the ice. Ice. Well, this is a great time for Ice to meet you. The classic Arnold Schwarzenegger gif. No, I don't want nails. Thank you.
Nice. Or
This is
ice.
this is the best Batman movie, by the way.
I don't think I saw this movie actually.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is Mr. Freeze. Uma Thurman is Poison Ivy.
Okay.
They have some guy in a mask play Bane. It's total trash. Dean, Jeff put ice underneath his MacBook to cool it off, so our
And
frame rate
on
would come
top
back.
of my MacBook. Yes.
Oh, and on top, you've double stacked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see us moving now. I can see
I
us
put the
moving on
penguin
stream.
on top. The penguin doesn't have a lot of mass, so I don't know how effective the penguin will be over time.
We're like 5 minutes behind. Oh, maybe refresh. I'm watching me 15 seconds behind.
Maybe he meant 5 minutes figuratively.
I mean, I feel
Like
5 minutes behind.
a 15 seconds that feels as if it were 5 minutes.
I mean, sometimes when I'm watching Twitch with delay, I feel that a lot where I'm just like, why? How long must I wait to see the thing that I've already done? Well, it's okay.
We're just gonna play with the L1 Pathfinder right now, which
I was
still
gonna
exists
say-
in the game.
I'm just going to try to spell out words, but it's working very badly.
It's not working very well.
I was trying to spell hi Dean, but
You don't need to click that many times.
I mean, but I want to.
Okay, fine, fair enough.
But you're right. It's certainly not doing me any favors. Well, it kind of says
That kind of says.
it says
NJ.
blah, blah.
Yeah, it's believable.
Yeah.
What
Oh,
are
Dean,
those little spheres? They're not spheres. They're tetrahedrons.
Rude. This is our builder, which you can send out to like build walls or collect resources. I don't have a dog metaphor for this one.
Yeah, we don't. We spent several weeks figuring out pathfinding.
Yeah, I don't know. The dog poops a icosahedron, and you get.
Not a tetrahedron, an icosahedron.
Oh, I don't know.
No. I wasn't correcting you. I was correcting myself.
Okay, it is icosahedron.
Yeah.
But yeah, really, it's just that I had this model lying around, so we need to make it a more dog-like thing, because it's what drops out of like these turdy things too. It's like their central core.
Is it? How many sides does it have? Is that basically a 20-sided die? Is that a D20 right there? It looks like too few to be D20.
It's a good question.
It's like
Good
a
question.
D16. Is there such a thing?
Icosahedron. No, 2020. If it's actually 20,
It is an actual D20.
it's a
Okay.
D20.
All right.
By the
I
way,
feel like
I've
I
been
should know
listening.
what a D20 looks like. I played role playing games for so long in my life.
I was gonna say I've been listening to a Dungeons and Dragons podcast for the last few months, and I fucking love it.
What is it called?
It's the Adventure Zone, which apparently is the one everyone listens to.
Yes, my brother listens to Adventure Zone.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
What is Dark Matter a different D&D podcast?
Have you watched Critical Role on YouTube?
No, Critical Role YouTube.
ROLE. It's a joke.
That sure makes sense.
Um,
Okay, I'll add
it's
this
a
to my
bunch of
channel.
professional like game and animation voice actors playing D&D with each other, and it's friggin' incredible
Oh shit!
because they
Character
get
voices.
super into it. And the DM is phenomenal. This dude with
We
the
can watch him live now.
oh my god.
All right, let's just switch the stream to this for a minute.
Okay, yeah,
No, it's okay. I will subscribe to these people though. That sounds great.
yeah.
How many hours?
I think the most
do I have
famous
to-
person in that in on that show is Laura Bailey, who plays gosh, her the main role that I know her in. I'm not remembering, but she apparently plays the other playable character in Last of Us 2, which a game that I did not play, but
Oh, I haven't either. I assume they'll give it to me free at some point, like maybe in 5 years.
in 5 years, yeah,
Yeah, which is fine. I'll get to it then.
yeah.
Dean, is this Dark Matter? Conspiracy in the Stars. Oh, I see. It's like a future campaign.
Bunny has
setting.
been listening to an
cool.
RPG, a D&D game that is set in the world of Hades, the video game.
Come on.
Yeah,
Is it a podcast?
I think so. I think it's people who live in hell that are trying to repeat Zagreus's steps to escape.
Oh, that's really funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm learning is that everyone listens to D&D podcasts.
I don't actually.
Okay.
I've watched one episode of Critical Role.
And you would recommend it.
I do. It's quite the spectacle. I mean, did you play paper and pencil role playing games ever in your life?
I did. Oh, tetrahedrons. But it's so far behind. We're talking about something else.
Oh yes.
Yeah, Dark Matter. Yeah, Dark Matter. Sure. The dog poops Dark Matter. Very Futurama.
Maybe the actual problem here is we've discovered a bug in Twitch. That seems like the most likely culprit, right?
Like I mean, it's interesting because I am watching.
Dean is let me ask you,
Oh,
Dom, is Dean
we're like-
geographically
West Coast, I think.
West Coast? Okay.
Yeah, we should be in the same AWS region,
It's
or like
true,
next door.
right? And it's really about his distance from the CDN. If this is even
I
going
mean,
to CDN.
We're like 30 seconds behind our stream. That is very interesting.
Oh. Like our voices are 30 seconds behind, or it's just the
I
stream
mean,
the stream is 30 seconds behind our session right now.
The latter. The
Okay.
latter.
That's fine. It just means that
Yeah.
the chat it just means our ability to talk to the chat room is severely compromised at this point.
It's a little. That's okay.
Well, at least my
will-
computer's cold now. It's actually not super cold. There's still parts of it that are quite warm.
Yep.
I'm gonna move it around a bit. What is the part of the physical part of the computer that I should be chilling right now?
I don't know. It's impossible.
Maybe fans were a good idea, Dom. Maybe this was.
So everything was great till we tried streaming from these computers. So we found their limit. We found
It's
a hard limit
OBS.
on this little thing. Yeah, it's OBS.
Granted,
I've noticed.
OBS just added M1 support, so there's probably some shit going down that like.
I think it's that actually like wait, M1 MacBook Air throttle speed or throttle heat. Like it does drop off. It totally does.
Yeah.
I feel like every benchmark they do is like after we let it run for 20 minutes, it was way slower. There we go.
Bummer.
I mean,
Less than 5%.
I don't
And
believe
this is
that.
like Cinebench R23.
Yeah, that's
I say that as
seems
if I know
bullshit.
what the hell it's talking about, but presumably it's just like a bunch of crazy stuff, right?
Well, perhaps OBS is more intense than Cinebench.
I
That
wouldn't put it
that
past them.
that baby benchmark.
Yeah.
Just work. Dean says just work on the dog some more. Okay. So we're not working on the dog. We're working on
Thank you, but no.
the map editor. I mean, here I'll just. I mean, I can look. I can multitask.
Okay. It's true. The editor doesn't need that much time in the spotlight. It is.
No, the dog can still just hang out here.
Yeah.
I mean, what is the point of a Windows system if not to put more dogs on the screen?
Yeah.
All right. So, what were we doing before it's all fucked up?
We were trying to put a cursor on the screen, which I think we can use the line tile model. What do you think about that?
I think that sounds absolutely great. And right, so now our handle mouse input is running here, and we're sending cursor update in the client message. I think. Shit.
We need to make a client message class or
we
interface.
we need to parameterize server connection. I mean, it's okay. It's okay. It's just this. It just needs to do that. That's
okay.
Fine. Did I just do that? Yes.
We probably need tserver message as well, don't we? Or actually, the server message hasn't needed to change in a long time. I don't think it does much right now.
Yeah, it's weird, right? Well, if we want to get...
Does the server message include the client message in it? It does,
I thought
right?
it did, yeah.
Yeah, it does.
But it's a list of client messages, so we'll make that happen.
Oh my god.
I know. That's okay. I mean, like, whatever. Generics do this great. Do I need to do this? Is that what we did? It is.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then server message. Oh, lordy. Okay. I'm making this T very explicit.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. There. The types. Oh, no, the types are not happy yet. There, that's fine. I removed a dependency. It's great.
I like how we have like speed up, slow down, like all these things that like are from a bygone era.
Yeah, I forgot about all that.
Yeah.
It's fine. No one needs that.
Man, it's like we're new people, Dom.
Pandemic fresh, baby.
Exactly. We're just rediscovering an ancient civilization that other people constructed. We're archaeologists of our own code.
All right, hang on. Let's see how much shit I just broke.
Really quite poignant if you think about it.
It is. I agree. Okay. You're gone. Oh boy. T client message. Well, you're gonna. I know generics are not your favorite thing, so I'm sorry in advance.
This is fine. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Hey, this is what happens when you write an engine, right? Like,
yep. It's true.
Yeah, I feel maybe not the worst about this. So I'm gonna add an editor that will have a messages.ts export interface client message. And what are we giving this? Where's our other client message? Cursor is a cursor update. And actually, I'll go grab this from the handle input system. We can get rid of this change weapon false, which is what I wanted to do anyway. So I'm not actually that sad.
Yeah, we basically snatched victory from the jaws of defeat here.
Yeah, I mean, it was a problem before.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got cursor update. Seems good.
That be I think X and Y should be there, and then maybe the cursor update itself should be nullable.
Oh, yeah. 100%. Holy shit. Yes, great call.
Yeah.
Frame, player number, cursor. Okay, cool. Yeah, this is going good. Okay, what else is broken? So this iServer connection on the editor takes a client message that just came in from editor messages.
Oh, and the client message in the engine probably needs to go into the game, right?
As I say, that
we don't
gets
need to
pulled
do that
in
now.
No, but I wonder if the game's still building. It's fine.
Yeah, we can, as long as the dog is alive. The dog, instead of a canary in the coal mine, we have a dog on the field.
Oh, it's true. Boy, this is okay. And then let's see. Simulator add client message. That seems right. Oh, this client message is actually the wrong one.
It goes deep.
Okay. All right, I'm doing it. Oh my god. Sorry in advance. Did not think that we'd be plumbing the utter depths of our engine today, but you know what? This is already here. There's a reason for it.
Yeah.
We had the same problem already. Client simulator void. I mean, I guess it's a void. Oh, this is the editor? Oh, this editor takes the client message as the second argument. Beautiful. And update system messages. Oh, did this ever work? This is just a totally different.
Confused.
Client editor, handle input update systems. I mean, me too.
Well, what's a frame state? Oh, we had no systems to update. Yeah, so this makes sense.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's I see. Frame.
This is the problem with having linter errors being broken all the time.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't broken. I broke frame state.
Wait, update systems is in the editor, so we don't need to client message here, do we?
Oh, no, you're right. This just needs to be our own client message. Editor messages. And now frame state should be, frame state's fine. Okay. I don't think, we do use that. What? How is...
It's just a type check.
Something has gone actually very wrong. Okay. That's fine. If I name cursor update, that's correct. There you go. This is fine. This could be much worse.
Everything's good. I love it.
Yeah. Okay, that input delay is still a little funky. All right. To the good stuff. Source engine network client simulator. That's okay.
Jesus.
This is fine. Since I added that, this becomes that.
Yeah.
That. Server message takes client message. What did oh man, I don't want to know what I busted up in state DB base. Frame does not exist on T client message. I mean, I guess that's true. Do we need to have like a base message? I think it's okay if we depend on the frame being part of the message.
Oh yeah, that's totally fine.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. Um, type base client message frame. Oops. Frame is a number.
Of course, every place where we use tclient message, it should be tclient message extends. Yeah.
Well, that I'm not sure that is true in every case, but here it's required. Here it just means that client simulator can't be initialized with a message that doesn't meet this formula, but we don't have to actually extend it elsewhere. It just means if I handed a type that doesn't have this, it'll blow up.
Yeah.
Right?
So that actually to me raises the question. To me, it raises the question like, are there places where we can just use base client message rather than a generic? That might require like a little bit of grinding of the gears.
That is a good question.
Like which interfaces actually care about the type, and which ones just care that it has a frame in it?
Right.
And if maybe, where do we actually care about the frame? Where does that happen again? Is it the server simulator?
I mean, it's in client simulator. I'm sure it's elsewhere. We haven't type checked this whole thing yet.
And so where are we pulling the frame out? We're pulling it out of the client message. Okay, got it.
Yep, and I think this is a required chunk of the engine, and I'm okay with that. I think we don't need to budge on that. Like, this is just part of how it works. But yeah, I think you're right. Having just done this might be usable elsewhere in the engine.
Yes. So in this code, I think like the client simulator never gets extended. I think, and it doesn't have any callbacks, right?
So you're saying I could just be passing this around?
Yes.
All right.
And not make it a generic.
Okay. Yeah, that seems good. I think the StateDB thing is busted from a while ago.
Oh.
We forced a generic on there and haven't looked at it in a minute.
Oh, it's because the simulator will need to receive that generic as well, right?
Yeah.
And what does the StateDB actually need here?
It's supposed to take our entity config for registration.
But for the client simulator, why does it care about the StateDB?
Oh, I think because it's just passing it into.
I mean, for undo prediction, commit prediction, and then what else?
Sync server state.
And then sync server state is what? Oh, it's literally just for undo prediction and commit prediction. So let's just make an interface that's like.
Well, this could also be that, as far as this is concerned, right? Like, or any. Can you generify? You can generify any. Like, I think we're saying that it's not. Nah, that's pretty weird.
Well, we can make another interface in this file that's just like. Or maybe we should put it in StateDB base, which on line 4, let's just do like interface. What implements commit and rollback?
I mean, it's here.
I don't know. I mean, like, what would you call a thing that has those two functions?
Oh, right. Hey, don't eat the window.
Talking to cat or talking to a cat?
I'm talking to a cat.
Okay.
They are very, very strange animals and would love to be outside.
Yeah. What is it? It's like a rollback state or something like that, right?
Yeah, rollbackable.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's totally fine. interface. And then
Okay.
if we do
Is this-
yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yep. And then we'll have
You're
this.
picking up exactly what I'm putting down.
Oh yeah. We've done this for like a little too long already. I got you.
Yeah. And I don't think you need the publics there. And then the client simulator can use.
I'm gonna call this a rollbackable DB.
Yeah.
Just because. Right. So then all of this.
It's just a rollbackable. Yeah.
Beautiful.
And then maybe we can rename StateDB.
The base file. Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. In Client Simulator, we use the variable name StateDB everywhere. Should we just call that the DB or the rollbackable DB, or StateDB is fine?
I think StateDB is fine. It's going to help us. I mean, because we expect to receive a StateDB base extending object somewhere else.
Fine. Yep,
So like
great.
it is always a
Amazing.
StateDB. Yeah.
Yep. Cool.
But we have massaged the type checker
Horrible.
to our needs. Yeah.
Yeah. Horrible.
All right. Well, I'm gonna put this into shared common settings. Export cons. Client.
It's about time.
I mean, I just need to get rid of this.
Yeah.
No problems. No problems.
Are there no linter errors at all anymore?
Well, in all the files,
the game side is probably hosed at this point.
I,
Right?
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I haven't opened any more files, and that's why it's okay. Though, if I open server editor, I'm actually shocked that more things aren't blowing up right now.
Love it.
Yeah, every file that the editor is touching is like in an okay place.
Is peachy clean? Yes.
and I can work with that. Whew. All right. Yeah, I made a mess.
This is why inheritance is bad and interfaces are good.
True that. Oh, did I just get a Twitch suggestion? Hey, Jeff and Dom are streaming. Love it.
That's taken a while for it to go out, hasn't it? We
I
rely
don't
on
know
that
what-
to bolster our massive viewership, and
So-
Twitch is just
so-
letting us down.
So actually, it's a Siri suggestion, and Siri suggesting, "Hey, sometimes you tune into Jeff and Dom at this time. Do you want to watch it?" So it's not a push.
Oh, okay. Got it.
I got the push,
Got it.
and I have a suggestion. That's very interesting.
I
very
have Siri.
interesting, actually.
I have Siri turned off. What am I missing in my life?
Absolutely nothing.
Really?
Yeah, it's,
I had a
NBD.
buddy, a former colleague who worked on Siri. I should tell them that you said that.
Ouch, rude.
They
I mean,
would probably concur. I would
yeah,
think, knowing their
well-
personality.
Ask me on Monday. Maybe Siri will suddenly be useful. I like it for occasionally setting timers, and that's about all I use it for.
It feels like, with the voice activated speakers that are all the rage now, Google Home, Alexa, all those things. Literally their killer app is timers, right?
Well, and like, have you ever said anything else to them? I think voice is a bad interface.
I don't have one of those things, but if I did, I don't know what I would do. I
Okay.
guess partly my lack of imagination is why I haven't felt like I needed to buy one yet. I also am like weirdly like a privacy geek about those specific things, even though I have all kinds
Absolutely.
of other devices floating around my house. But for some reason, those things in particular weird me out.
Well, I mean, I refuse to get an Amazon device of any sort. They're no good. No good.
They're kind of just like not good to begin with, right?
Yeah, though I guess I have some Eros, and I'm disappointed because Amazon bought these people. Ugh, that's too bad.
Oh, they did.
I really like my Eero. Eero is great.
Yeah.
But perhaps I should find a different mesh router instead.
Luckily, I live in an apartment small enough where it doesn't matter. That's how I solved that problem.
Yeah, well, my cable hookup is in my bedroom, and I wanted a dedicated one for the PS4. So I
Oh,
got two of
totally
them.
fair. Totally fair.
Yeah, And it's nice because the mesh is faster than the Wi-Fi. It's like doing some double band or like non-Wi-Fi communication. So I get
Cancer,
like,
man. That's just cancer right there.
you know what? I can deal with it. I'll take it for 300 megabytes of wireless.
It's true. Yes.
Back and forth.
Right in my veins.
Yeah, shit's fast.
Right in my cancer veins, please.
I mean, these are fine numbers.
Yeah.
Though
That's
when
a
I
really
plug
good,
direct
that's a really good speed tester.
fast.com,
You go to speed,
yeah.
If you go to speedtest.com, it like takes it like
I mean,
ages
fuck
for it to
Speedtest,
figure it out. Yeah. Click that
This is the
go
worst thing I could
button.
do. The worst thing I could do while streaming is probably this, but you know what? Whatever.
Yeah. Run them at the same time.
I'm doing it,
Yeah.
and they're both going to be fast. This is a very slow speed test.
It's not a good speed test. I agree.
No. No, it's funny because they both give totally different numbers too, which I think is hilarious.
I think speed test kind of like eases you into it, does it not? It kind of
It must, yeah.
yeah.
I do like that when I use the monitor that's plugged into Ethernet, this just jumps straight to 1,000 for both of them. And I'm like, okay, great.
Oh, so what we're seeing
Well-
is your Wi-Fi speed right now.
I know my poor Wi-Fi speed. Okay, well, all of this was to get a message in here, and we've done it. Now that your computer is cool, let's try to put a cursor on the screen.
Okay. So we need a cursor entity, right?
So I don't.
A cursor component. Yeah.
We don't, because we can actually read. We're going to read a message out from the buffer every frame, so we need a system, right? Like we can process our messages in real time.
Oh yeah, true that.
Yeah, yeah,
It needs no state.
yeah. I mean, well, it needs a state, but it's got it.
Yeah.
Export const update. All right. So let's see. Update systems. Cool. Nothing there. What's the game version of this doing? Cool. Takes the frame state, passes it in.
Yeah.
I love it. Systems.
Do we need a systems index, or should we just call cursor? Should we export a function called update cursor system?
Ooh.
that-
Oh, you won me over. That's great. Because I don't like the generics we have to deal with right now, or not the generics, but the star import that makes it
Yeah,
hard to
it's
rename.
it is structure without purpose.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could say something deeply philosophical about the phrase that I just uttered because I kind of like the sound of it. But unfortunately, I'm kind of a moron, so like I don't really have anything interesting to
Ouch.
say.
Just toss out the what is it, an aphorism? Any
Yeah.
aphorism is a good aphorism. It
Yeah,
always
yeah.
sounds great. All right.
Well, that was what my aphorism was structure without purpose.
structure that system. No, I love it. Oh, system structure without purpose.
Yeah.
Okay, update cursor system. Bring it on. Edit buffer.
It sounds like a character from the Western realms of the Lord of the Rings.
I was gonna say, speaking of that, do you ever get your copy of Assassin's Creed Valhalla in the mail?
It's coming in the mail this weekend.
Amazing.
Unfortunately, I'm playing Assassin's Creed Dinosaurs right now, so it's gonna be a while before I get to that.
That's okay. I'm playing Assassin's Creed Zombies, so I'm with you.
Wait, what's Assassin's Creed Zombies?
Days Gone.
Oh, how is that?
Fun. Very fun.
I know it's free. It's free. I got it free.
You've got a free copy of
And
it,
Their whole money shot was like getting chased by like thousands of zombies, right?
and it's really cool. Yeah.
They do the thing in Horizon Zero Dawn where your camera perspective, like 25% of the time, is actually pointing at your character as you run away from something, right?
Oh, yeah. Isn't that weird?
It's just how the gameplay works out. They're not manipulating the camera. You have control over the camera, but like it's just kind of funny how it turns out that way, right? Like half the time in Horizon Zero Dawn, I'm running away from something that I pissed off, and I'm just kind of like I turn the camera around so I can dodge when it jumps at me.
Yeah, it's interesting. Days Gone does not play as well as Horizon, because few things do.
Yeah, it's
but
a tough
it's
comparison.
It's heavily inspired because like the combat is also a like lots of shit's happening. Open up a like multifaceted wheel with some drop downs inside of it to select your thing
Yeah.
while time slows down around you. Yeah, if you ever wanted to ride through the Pacific Northwest on a motorcycle, killing zombies while role playing the most boring dude in the world, it's got you covered.
Don't they have like a right wing radio station that goes on like?
They do, yeah. They've got like prepper radio from one of the first people you encounter,
I see.
and every time it comes on, your character's like, "This guy's a jackass."
Okay, so he doesn't say, the Nazis were bad, but he does not utter that particular start of a sentence.
No, and it's more like it's prepper. It's like the U.S. government lied to you, and this virus is their plan. And I was like, well, this is a little too close to home.
Okay, so
in
what is the
2020.
main character's politics?
Unclear. I think anarchist.
Okay, he's an anarchist.
Yeah, but like the shitty kind. Like
Oh,
not
he's
not
kind of a nihilist, is what you're saying.
yeah. There you go.
He's like, I'm just gonna look after myself, and I'll
Yeah.
begrudgingly help people because
Yeah, he's got that. He's Cat described him as Han Solo.
Okay.
He shows up and he's like, I'm just here to get paid and then I'm out. But is in fact actually very nice to everyone while doing so. Like
Okay.
complains the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very enjoyable. Getting chased by hordes of zombies is very fun.
Cool.
But it's done.
I
as
haven't
shit.
been playing Returnal. Do you want the disc back?
Oh yeah, I'll take that back if you bounce off of it.
I may bounce back in, but I've got a bunch of games.
Yeah, I mean,
But
I want.
I'm like a pinball, and
Mhm.
I got Returnal was the left paddle, and then now I'm kind of bouncing around the Assassin's Creed Dinosaur and Assassin's Creed Viking.
No, I'm down. I'll take that back when you got a chance because it scratches a really good Metroid Prime itch for me.
And then
It's basically just Metroid.
I might play Assassin's Creed Geralt again.
For poor Assassin's Creed.
Well, it's kind of the game. It's kind of the game style that I like. Have to admit that I like really, really enjoy now. Right? There's Assassin's Creed Japan, which I was really into last year.
That was really fun. Yeah.
I want to try Assassin's Creed Dad again.
I'm sorry. Which one is?
That one's God of War.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. That was fun.
People really
Ma-
talk about it like it was the best game of the generation, and I bounced a little because the combat felt a little tedious.
People get really excited about some stupid games.
Okay.
Frankly.
Yeah, fine. I enjoy that interpretation. Fuck those people.
It's just there's just so many. Sometimes I just don't care.
Yeah.
How do I get the player number out of update systems? Maybe I don't.
The current player number we kept on the state DB, which the perhaps
I don't think we did on the game state DB.
Yeah, it might not be getting set on the editor.
I think. Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna bring that in here. It's multiplayer. We need it.
Yeah, I wonder if that should be part of the
Instructor.
frame state thing that we pass in. I don't know.
I think it makes sense on state DB because.
Great.
Yeah, I mean, because it is right.
Yeah. I think we can just set it on the. I don't think we need to pass it in the constructor. We don't know at the time of when we construct this thing. We're not going to
Okay.
know the player number, so we can just set it to. What do we
Okay.
do? Oh, we could do that.
Well, I can't have it not constructed.
We can set it to -1 or something. Some sentinel.
Okay, I'm down with that. Statedb.player. Current. Oh, it's great. We got the line here. We got the line here. Beautiful.
Why are we putting an exclamation point on that?
I think this is optional. Probably for the same reason for the thing I just wrote, where in fact we can just. I was just gonna knit it to -1.
No, I actually think that's fine. I think
Okay.
that's fine. The thing is, with the -1 thing there, it's just like we're hiding the fact that it could be -1, and we never check. That's basically
Yep.
what we're saying. So it's the same thing as putting an exclamation point, right? Only
Basically.
the exclamation point is explicit that we're trying to make that, we're trying to dodge that fact, right? And we should be out in the open about dodging things.
All right,
Yeah.
it's happening.
Okay.
I feel fine about that. I think
Okay.
it's super
Yeah.
legit. Okay, cool.
We're,
So
we're
that
vulnerable men. We can admit when we're.
oh god, cons.
And we can just
Honestly-
return. Yeah, we can just return if it's undefined, right? And
Well,
that'll be like totally
I was gonna say
powerful way of
actually,
dealing with it.
it totally doesn't matter because I want to show everyone's cursor, so we should do this for each message anyway.
Yeah, I mean, if we wanted to color coordinate them, make
Yep.
them not the exact same color, then it would be cool if we didn't do that. But whatever.
Nah, it sounds like a lot of work.
Eventually, it'd be cool to have a little name next to the cursor, floating around.
That would be cool. Or you can pick your own emoji to go with it.
Oh my god!
Now you're talking. So
Or your own choice of like 10 different dog icons.
Mhm.
Would that offend any group if we had dog icons as your
No,
multiplayer game editor avatar?
I don't think so. What's wrong with dogs?
So I posted in our Slack that what if we had we were thinking of having tanks, but what if we had mecha instead of tanks?
Oh yeah.
And what if the pilots of the mecha were dogs? If we had to make a concession to the dog lobby,
the
big dog,
there is a strong
to big
man.
canine,
You remember Big Dog? Where's Big Dog? Big
the
Dog
brand.
1990s. I don't know.
Yeah. I believe I had a Big Dog T-shirt. Yeah, I had. The big dogs, big dogs plural. Yes.
If you can't run with the big dogs, stay on the porch. Holy shit.
So I all I knew was the name of the brand. I didn't know what kind of persona I was projecting or what. I wasn't trying to represent anything. I was just wearing a T-shirt.
Oh man. Fuck.
You know what I love about that is that that art is so bad.
It's awful. Truly awful. Dean acknowledges the dog lobby. It's you.
He acknowledges it. Yeah.
See
You can
Jeff
see
in
me
a big dog shirt.
T-shirt. And the thing is, I don't even know what that means, so I'm gonna just take that as a compliment. I don't even know what it means.
Oh my dog.
Oh my dog.
I mean, honestly, and just scrolling through these, they honestly just get worse. Like,
Okay,
much-
so this is what you associate with Big Dogs, the brand. Is that, am I following correctly?
This is what I associate with big dogs. Yeah, it's sort
Okay.
of. I think it was like, and maybe this is a modern interpretation, but I think of them as the original algorithmically generated T-shirts. If you know what I'm talking about.
I don't.
Have you seen these? Okay. Yeah. I think of them as these.
Oh,
Okay.
I
yeah.
see.
Just these very, very strange T-shirts where you can drop ship. You only need to drop ship one of these ever to make a profit on it.
Yeah, see, I was gonna ask you, on the scale of Fountainhead T-shirt to Confederate flag, where does Big Dogs sit?
Oh, I'm honestly not sure because
Okay.
I think the big dog is a working class dog. The big dog's for everyone.
Dean says, I feel like originally it was just a large dog, and then gradually it got more and more out of control. It just escalated.
Yep.
I just had a big dog. I think it had a little breast logo that just said Big Dogs, and I thought it was just a shirt about dogs.
Don't mess with moms who love corgis and were born in July, Jeff. Gosh.
I mean, is this an algorithmically generated t-shirt as well?
Yeah,
Or is
it's all
that just trying to mock the style?
no. I think this is a real one.
Okay.
Algorithm generated t-shirts.
Oh,
Some of them are.
there's some unpleasant ones in there, yeah.
Yeah, I think the algorithm generates some unpleasant ones, but here you go. That like why? Who would do this? Yeah, they're all horrible.
And wait, but these aren't being worn ironically? Why be upset about these?
Oh,
I guess that dude kind of looks like he's just wearing it, right?
he's just
He's
wearing
not
it.
trying to make an ironic statement.
I think what's weird is that they're so aggressive. Like
That is
every
true.
one of these is incredibly aggressive,
I know how to hide a dead body.
right?
That's a weird thing to have on your t-shirt. I'm going to put that out there. Like,
Yeah,
ironic or not.
like it sure is. Oh, here's a whole Instagram of them.
Wait, this piece of the zeitgeist is totally. I missed this completely, so I'm learning about it for the first time.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. Yeah, this is a really Facebook shirts on Instagram is very unpleasant to look at, but this
Oh
is
yeah, I love EDM. What is? I kind
Eaton
of
Day.
wish they just had that shirt without the but it is kind of funny. I
Okay,
like the
that-
shirt without the expansion of the acronym, but it's pretty good.
Eating dang meatballs. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Big Johnson t-shirts. Oh no. Dean, what am I about to put on the stream?
Oh no. I feel like
Worse
I
than-
remember these. I like vaguely. Yeah, I remember these.
Wow. Okay. Yep.
Yeah,
This is like the leisure suit Larry of t-shirts.
There's some misogyny being expressed in those diagrams.
just a scotch, yeah. Well, I'm gonna add some renderables if I can figure out how. I was gonna look at the crosshair system and see what that did. Ooh, renderable type dot. Oh, this is great actually. Unlit. What isn't our renderable type? Dean says it's exactly what I thought it was. Yeah, it sure was. Big Johnson did not leave me disappointed.
Yeah.
Nor did it make me happy. Okay, unlit model. Right, all this shit. I want. Do you think that like we missed on this type? This type is really confusing. Model name, what was it? Line.
Yeah,
Cute?
it's confusing.
It's a little confusing. Model name, I don't know. We'll start.
Well,
with
it's
line.
because we can render with lines as well, and that chooses the draw mode, right?
Mhm. That's a good point.
No,
There was a line model, wasn't there? No. Thought
there's
so.
a line tile.
Line tile.
It's all one word.
All one word. Oh, there we go. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, perfect. That's what I want. Model 2 world is just mat4.create. Is that right?
We
Probably not.
need to actually get the position of
Oh,
the
sorry, that's
renderable. Yeah.
right. That is actually the entire work of what we're doing. Great.
Wow.
Color. Yeah, color. I'll make. Right, because we have m dot cursor.
And that is a world space position. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah. So this is it mat4 dot
from translation.
There we go.
Yeah, and then we probably want to snap the X and Y position to the grid position and then translate it back to the center of the tile. Does that make sense?
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, let's not worry about that for
entirely.
now. Let's do the snapping next.
Yes.
I want to see this square badly.
Yeah, we've worked this hard for it, so
Exclamation points, I think, is probably what we want. Or we can do if m.cursor is undefined, continue. Right? Don't draw the
beautiful.
or return rather, because this is a for each. Return.
You returned from a for each? Oh, it's a function.
It's a lambda. Yeah.
Unlit object type. Boom, get in here. Okay. I think I have one too many curlies.
You can't have too many curlies. Don't be ridiculous. We're updating the system, right?
Well, we are, but the system returns a renderable, and
yeah,
got to do something with it. Cursor renderables. So I guess like update systems can spit out some renderables. Is that weird? It's not great.
Okay. Well, I think the way that we would do it, if we would make it an entity, and then the entity would have the line tile model attached to it. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe
because the crosshair system was being updated at the game level and not inside the simulation. It kind of lives outside of the simulation.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess the other thing we could do is take this out of update systems and just say it's not necessary.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
The problem is that it won't get drawn on the other person's simulation if we take it out of the simulation, right?
Oh.
Does that make sense?
If we hand it, I see. Yeah, that's fair. Well, if we have access to the client messages, that's not necessarily true.
Are you saying we can loop over them here? Yeah, we could totally loop over them here, because here we have access to the renderer, right? Oh, we don't. No, we don't.
No, it's still a bit later. Okay, I think we absolutely should just stick an entity out there with a model. That seems.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it. It's even. Dude, we can give it a grid pause for rendering. Grid pause is actually the right thing for this too. I like that a lot.
It is good.
Yeah.
And so maybe the entity is just an entity set, right? It doesn't need to have an actual component, right?
Yeah, that is totally correct. Yeah, it needs no component because all the rendering will happen based on this stuff.
God, we rule.
We did it. So this dot
I don't know. Like we actually know how to use our own code a little bit.
Yeah. Right.
Maybe.
So we're gonna register an entity with a grid pause of 0, 0, 0, and it probably needs X and Y. And a model of
line tile. And then a Boolean the Boolean that says it's a tile.
A Boolean that says it's a tile. No. It's not a tile component.
I'm sorry, a Boolean that says it's a cursor. Okay, well, we need some way of knowing what the entity ID is.
Of course. That's right. So actually, cursor is a component
that has an entity ID or a player number on it, maybe?
I was gonna say player number because we can make one per player, and we want to fetch it for ourselves. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Component table. This is a nice, easy one. Cursor, and then
would you cursor plural? Would that
we absolutely
would that tickle your fancy?
I'm with you. I like it. Cursors. Grid pause throw me off. It's what it is. Not actually. And there we go. Property player number is missing in base client message, but is required in type client message. Actually, yeah, I'm down with that. I think base client message should also include a player number.
Yep, I agree.
Thanks, TypeScript.
Yep.
You did it again. How did I write code before TypeScript?
It's amazing, right? Could you imagine going back?
I mean, I do at work every day, and it's hard.
Yeah, so the answer is a definitive yes.
It's so I spent a chunk of the day deleting code, and it was like, okay, if we delete this component, let's find out where it's still used. And I was like, TypeScript could have done this for you. You didn't have to actually think about this. You could have just turned on TS files.
People don't know what they don't have.
I know.
You sometimes read Hacker News, and there are people like, I don't really get why you need TypeScript. And that's fine. That's a take.
My goal is to leave my company loving TypeScript by the time I'm done with them, and I think it's gonna be manageable.
Yeah. Is anybody pissed at you?
No. Okay. A bunch of people were like, "Are you sure?" And I'm like, "I'm pretty sure."
Oh yeah, it is. Even if you get some kind of resistance, like everyone will look back and say that Dom was. He should be beatified. Saint Dominic de Grati.
Of TypeScript.
Of TypeScript. Yeah. You didn't even like make TypeScript, you just like gave it to them, you know?
Yeah, I already added it on a iOS app we were doing, and it was very well loved. Undefined is not an object, tile.type. Oh, okay, yeah. So our get renderables needs to do a little work. So this is if tile. I will. You think I would have remembered this by now, but I haven't.
Yeah, it's all right.
Okay, there we go. Cool. So then, if this .statetdb.cursors.get ID, do some stuff. Not equal undefined.
Yeah. Why don't we assign that to a number? Oh, I guess we don't care. We don't really care.
We don't need it. Yeah. We care for updating the entity, but for rendering, it don't matter. Okay, so back to our cursor system. And now all this code can just go in here.
Dean is asking, is TypeScript something that's compiled into native JavaScript? The answer is yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's a strict superset of JavaScript.
Yeah, and explicitly compiled. I had to drop a TypeScript compiler into a very ancient Webpack stack, and gosh,
that sounds not fun.
It caused a few problems.
Is that for Node or is that for the front end?
It's for a Rails front end.
Okay.
Yeah. God, all of this same stuff. Same stuff. This is great. Okay, so I see a cursor.
I do see it there, yes.
It's not updating because I don't actually update anything here. So if m.cursor is undefined, and then const Dean, were you on when we were talking about compiling JavaScript into WASM? JavaScript WebAssembly. Nope. Shit. I forgot the string to get it, and I want
it's a JavaScript fast on WASM, and it was in the Bytecode Alliance website.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, if you wanna see compile everything to JavaScript, this one compile JavaScript into Wasm into JavaScript.
Wasm doesn't actually compile into JavaScript itself. It's just a thing. Wasm is just a
Yeah.
bytecode and it doesn't make any insistence on what the runtime actually is. But it is friggin' crazy.
It's really wild.
It's
yeah.
it's the new VM of everything. But yeah, they should just make CPUs that run Wasm, and then the circle will be complete. And then they can emulate that CPU in JavaScript.
Gosh.
What we're gonna actually have to do, I think, what you're getting at is we actually want to iterate over all the cursors and find the one whose number equals the current player number. Does that make sense?
So it does, but I don't want to do that.
You don't want to do that every single time.
Yeah.
Well, there's not going to be too many cursors, so it might not be that bad.
It's true. It's true. It's just
the way that we solve that problem in the game is that we store a mapping in an index on the state DB.
Oh, of player numbers to entity IDs. That's
or
right.
vice versa. Yeah, I can't remember for cursors in particular. Yeah.
Is it in this or was it? Oh, player numbers. Is it just player numbers? We just iterated.
Yeah, that was what we did.
Huh. And what sets player numbers?
I think it's in the entity config.
Oh.
Now, I think we need to be super explicit about this because I think that there are many, many components that the player could potentially own. What we're really talking about is like... Well, actually, this is the same thing, literally the same thing as cursors, right? It is literally the same thing.
It is, you're right.
So is there another function on the game state DB that is like, give me the current, like do something with that?
Yeah, we have this public get.
Oh yeah, so we do a scan. Yeah, we just scan.
Oh. Well, fine. Okay. I'll just do it here then.
Sorry, Dom.
No, it's okay. As long as we're in the right space, I don't care.
We can definitely index this.
Yeah. Let's see. For const player number of and then if m dot player number equals player number
current player maybe.
Oops.
It's commented out, but you'll
no, I don't. I want this, right? Because we're getting player number out of the cursors. Oh, this is still the ID, isn't it? Fuck me. Is this the ID? Oh,
you know, you're. I think you might be right. I think you might be right. Yes.
Yeah. Frame state. No, it's okay.
Framer states. I think.
Yeah, something is
state of the framers of the Constitution.
Correcting wrong. Oh, who knows?
They're dead.
Pause dot set. Ooh, shit. And then X, Y, and this is where we got to put a grid coordinate. So we need to convert our X, Y into grid pause, and we had a function for that, didn't we?
Yeah. What we do is we do world to tile and then tile to world. We do the double trick. Look in math util or tile utils. Gosh, I don't know. Tile math.
Tile math sounds right. Tile chords.
We do tile chords and then tile to world. So, or we could make the function that is the combination of those two.
I'm right. Oh wait, so we've actually by the time we've gotten here, we have actually already. Where's my?
So Dom, the other thing that we can do.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it doesn't matter. I was about to say, like, the other thing we could do, because the tile size is 1, is to just
I was
round
gonna
down
say
and then add 0.5.
we don't even have to add 0.5 because the renderer does that with grid pause. So we just need to math.floor this because this is
Renderer
already.
does that with grid pause? Can you remind me?
I think our get renderables is doing that. Yeah, because we're pulling grid pauses out, we center it here. So as long as I mean this could be wrong, but
I think this assumed that we were always rendering tiles, but you're right.
but the cursor is also it only comes through with the grid pause.
Okay,
so
that's fine.
it's totally same system, which is nice.
Okay.
We're gonna have to for things that aren't grid pause, we're gonna have to get a little fancier.
Yeah.
But not yet. So really, this is just m.cursor.x and math.floor.
Yeah.
That's wild. I love it. It's nice having everything in the one space.
This is the first time that we're aware of that we've intentionally assumed that the tile size is 1.
Mm-hmm.
Just putting that one out there.
Oh my god, it works perfectly.
Oh Jesus.
Like it's super duper easy actually.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work to get this on the screen, but
it was a lot of work to get on the screen, but you could also make it multiplayer and you should be able to see both cursors and it should just work, right?
Yes, the only thing that's going to stop that, I don't need this anymore.
Don't fight me on this, Dom, please.
Oh, well I didn't create a entity
I know,
for that.
I'm just joking.
Okay.
Just joking.
Do we have a player count? Oh, it's a constant, isn't it? Okay.
I think that's handled in the framework, is it not?
It's handled by client.
It's actually
main?
handled by the server, isn't it?
Server main. Yeah. So how do we know? All clients ready.
Well, we get a message from the server. So if you open server editor, there's a player account that gets passed into the constructor here. And that gets passed in I want to say server main.
Player count. And then on all clients ready. Interesting. Huh. Okay. Well, that's funny then. And it takes the player number. Okay. Yeah, crap. I think it's maybe just a missing piece on this side.
Well, the client doesn't need to know how many. The server does, right?
Dean says, "Make the server public so I can drive the dog around." Yeah, I'll turn on multiplayer. Sure. I don't have Cloud Dev on, but like whatever. You can drive the dog around. 1 second. It'll just be slow. Crap. Wait. Where does any of this come from anymore? Nope. It's a game constant. Game constants.
Wait, are we pulling in from the game? No.
I don't think we're pulling in player count from anywhere on the server editor.
Where's it getting set?
Oh, editor settings. There we go. That could be 2.
Yeah.
All right. Let me. It's 9 p.m. and I got the cursor working. I'll ngrok port 3000. I don't have ngrok. All right, I'll cloud dev port 3000.
Yeah, you want to commit so you can move your code up to the server.
Okay. Get status. Session 97. Running with the big dogs. I regret everything about big dogs. I'm so sorry. Did I put this command here? No, I didn't. Our Our build's definitely still broken. Probably more TypeScript errors than before I started tonight.
Good times.
I did a good thing. Okay, let's get over to this one. Oh wait,
You
where
need
is
to
Cloud
run
Dev?
Cloud Dev first, yeah.
All right, wait.
Bin/Cloud Dev. Yeah.
Kill this server. I'm just going down to one terminal. Bin Cloud Dev. User DOM. Let's do it. Dean, we're spinning up a whole EC2 instance for you. I hope you're happy. Oh, EC2.
They're good servers, Dom.
They're good servers.
Whoa. Oh, you need to SSH add your...
Again?
I mean, have you restarted your computer?
I totally
time?
have.
Yeah.
Okay. Just that?
No, it's the other one. It's the one for AWS.
Okay.
Try SSH add tilde.ssh. Is there anything else in there?
Oh my god. Config?
I don't think it's config. Where's your public key for AWS?
It's the same one. I only gave it one. Should have been this.
There's one that's shared for all the servers. It's actually in your 1Password.
I think that lives in source.
Yeah,
This
there
one?
you go. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Great. Man, it's great that you put up with my absolutely atrocious DevOps.
Oh, don't worry about it. At some point, you two will be. It's not running the server yet. You have to actually.
Correct.
You have to run the remote. I would connect with VS Code, and then you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Oh yeah. Like magic, that'll just.
It's pretty cool actually. Yeah. I love that VS Code does this correctly.
Yeah, it's incredible.
It instantly crashes after saying they're good servers. I mean, could not establish connection. Maybe try. Give it another shot. I believe in you. I see that you're there. I wonder, what did I connect to?
Try SSHing in from the terminal.
You know what? I picked the wrong server actually. Because what I should have done is Jeff Dom Cloud Dev instead of
that's the one.
I did the busted EC2 one instead.
Oh, okay, that one was the old one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, oh my god. And then you actually need to cd into data / Manchester and then git pull. That's just gonna happen.
I'm sorry, what?
Git reset hardhead. Yeah.
You know what? I just committed player count 3 to the repo. Hell yeah. All right, and then yarn dev.
Yes.
Okie dokie.
And then your host name is in your terminal that you just closed. Although it did get published. Oh, there it is. Yes.
Yeah, this one.
So you can publish that to chat, and then Dean.
Get in here.
There you go. But it's 3 people, so I have to join, don't I?
This is 3. You gotta get in this one. Yeah.
All right. Oh god. Oh Jesus. Never again will I stream.
One more player to join.
I'm coming.
Yeah.
Wait.
Dean says marvelous. This is just purple, which is correct. The purple is marvelous.
Oh Christ. I'm not doing this on Mac again.
Deal.
Hey, this is working pretty well, isn't it?
Yeah.
And Dean, you can hit the Q button to change your weapon. Dean crash? I don't
No.
see him anymore.
Oh, I mean, I think he's still in. If he'd crashed, no, there's three dogs moving around.
All right, yeah.
Three dog run over here. Maybe. I also lost him. Yeah, there we go. I see all three dogs.
Playing. Doesn't help that. Oh god, the Pathfinders. They're gonna slow some things down.
Are they? Yeah, but,
well, the pathfinding every frame.
Yep, good point.
It's getting slow, but boy, do these particles look good. I'm pleased.
Yeah, same.
Dean is not on an M1 Mac, and yet we're still not. The game hasn't crashed yet. Those are my standards.
Oh, that's true. Well, Croaky joined us from a old laptop too, or at least not a.
Yeah, but
not
it crashed for
one.
Croaky, right? It eventually halted the game.
No, I died.
Oh, you died.
Yeah, the game crashed itself.
So maybe this game is doing better than we thought. The frame rate is slow on my side, but it's still playable. Like it's still legible, right?
Yeah, we janked this up a little bit, but it's fine. I'm having. I think maybe we introduced a bug because when I click. No, maybe it's just slow. I feel like holding down the button to move is actually I'm like slightly delayed. Or maybe it's like firing while moving is doing a funny thing for me.
It's probably doing like waiting for server or something like that. Oh, you're in Safari too. Maybe there's something issue. There's issue with Safari as well.
Possibly. I mean, like, I'm always the source of weird input issues. So
yeah. I'm in Firefox right now. The performance is not bad.
Nice.
Boy, those rocket explosions are satisfying.
I just really love the rockets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm rubber banding a little bit. Something's not quite going right.
I haven't tried in Safari, so definitely there could be issues.
Yeah, I mean, you're blaming me, but I'm with it.
I'm just throwing some theories out there. That's all.
Something is definitely sticking my input, so I'll check that out in a minute.
Well,
we haven't done this networked in a while.
Turn off debug draw. Does that change it for you?
No, I was noticing with that on. That's why I turned it on to see if I was waiting for the server. Though without it, it's actually a little better. So maybe I was actually sticking on something.
The original gun sucks. It's so boring. It also knocks you back. Disappointing.
Yeah, we added some. We've made some strange parameters, and not all of them are used everywhere. Well, this thing is just always a weird delight. Rocket dogs. Mortar is the best. Mortar's really fun. we spent all that time working on the mortar equation for good reason.
Yeah, it was worth it.
It was absolutely worth it.
My brother says the mortar feels like he's playing basketball, which is I take as a high compliment.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, that's a good one. Oops. Yeah, I'm with it. Well, we've almost blown up the entire map. If we kill the turrets, have we
completely deforested the map before?
I don't think we have, but now's a great time to clear cut it. Yeah. We've repopulated with our own icosahedral turrets. Wow, we're pretty close to de-entitying everything over here. I think Dean is going for a completionist run of this map.
Dom, your kind of like carpet bombing technique is the superior one. I'm just kind of judiciously clicking one at a time, and I can hear you clicking over there.
Oh, I mean, I got some good mouse.
I think we did it.
Amazing. We win.
This is the longest the game has run with 3 players.
Yeah, it's true.
Dean, you've helped us blaze a trail.
Mm-hmm. I'm just making some fireworks in the center of the map over
here. When we played with Steve, it was definitely crashing all the time. I don't know what's changed about the game, but...
We did a lot of work on allocations after that, actually. That was, I think, a big improvement.
Yeah.
Ouch. Oh, I killed someone.
You killed somebody.
Game over.
At least the particles still keep going. Those are definitely fall leaves. It's not embers of a horrific flaming accident, right?
Yeah, no. It's the autumn leaves still. I think I killed Dean. I was trying to return.
Question mark, question mark, question mark. Yeah,
I was trying to return a playful volley of a mortar that was sent my way. I was playing a game of fetch, and it went badly.
Oh. I think Dom was fully aware of the consequences of his actions.
I think it would kill him. I couldn't see the. I couldn't see. I didn't know.
Wouldn't it be cool to superimpose little health bars over the entities?
Yeah, that'd actually be really cool. I love the whole server crashes when this happens.
Yeah. Should the health bar be? Should it be a world space thing that gets smaller and larger as you zoom in and out, or should the health bar always be a constant size over the entity?
Oh wow, I know exactly what you're saying, and that is a hard question to answer.
It is a classic problem. Text over entities is the same question.
Yeah, I've seen RTSs do that both ways.
Probably we shouldn't be able to zoom in as close as we get, right?
I think that's right. Yeah. You can still zoom while the game is crashed too. That's nice. Mm-hmm. I can see this mortar just hanging out in the air.
Yeah.
Popping off. Yeah,
you can see the evidence of your treachery right there. It's just
I didn't mean to. Yeah, here's the perspective shot.
Yeah. Whoops. Didn't mean to. He's got 3 mortars in the air.
Look at this innocent dog, and
yes.
And really, like, why? How could you be mad at him?
Yeah, the mortar didn't come from the dog. It was just there. That's where the dog is standing.
It's the dog. The dog sneezed a good mortar.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I think we should call it there.
Okay. Yes. Dean, thank you again for sticking with us through thick and thin.
Yeah, thanks for hanging, man.
Technical issues were embarrassing, but I'll admit it. I kind of enjoyed them as well.
Yeah, you missed some wonderful aphorisms from myself that are just lost to time. So.
Yeah.
He had to be there.
Dom was killing it. It was peak Dom.
Cackling. Lots of cackling.
All right. I guess, when are you off, Dom? Not week after next?
Week after next.